Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today I have for you an Empties video. So these are going to be products that I've used up recently, my thoughts on them, which ones I've repurchased, and which ones won't be making their way back into my collection. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I have is two of these Milani Make It Last setting sprays. I have gone through so many of these. This one is a trial size version. I finished up between going to New York this year and going to Vegas, and then this one is a full size. I usually go through a full size bottle, I would say one every couple of months, probably like 2 or 3 months. So I've been through a lot of them. I've been using this for a very long time. I have not been able to find a drugstore primer I like more than I like this one. So my Walgreens also carries the travel size. I can't really find the travel size anywhere else but my Walgreens, and it's a Walgreens that doesn't carry Milani, which is even weirder. But they do carry this, and so I always buy the little ones, but I always have the big ones on hand. I've repurchased these all the time. I did recently hear somebody talk about how they didn't like the sprayer on it, and I feel like you've either tried it and you've liked the sprayer or you haven't. And with repurchasing them so many times, one of the things that I've noticed is that the sprayer is very hit or miss. So sometimes I get sprayers and they're really good and they're really great, and sometimes they're terrible. So usually what I do is when I find a sprayer that's really good, I'll actually pull it off and save it, because then if I get a bottle that I don't like, I can just pop on a new one and it fixes that problem. So if you're not crazy about the sprayer, think about doing that, especially if you like the setting spray. So, but yes, I have two of these in here. I'm almost done with another one. That's how quickly I go through them. But this is definitely a must for me. Also in the setting spray realm, I have the Morphe Continuous Mist Setting Spray. I really like this. I don't love it more than the Milani one. I like the smell of the Milani one. I like the application. I like the way that one wears a little bit better. This one is a super micro mist, so I don't always feel like it's like sticking to my face, which I think is why I don't love it. But I have noticed on days when I feel oily or my skin feels wetter, I actually prefer this one. So if you have oily skin, you might like this one more, because it doesn't add a lot of wetness then to my skin. It's just kind of like a nice all over. So this one I prefer for that. I would probably repurchase this. I want to try some new setting sprays that have come out from the drugstore, so I don't necessarily know if I will, but I kind of was using it for a while and then I stopped, so I don't necessarily know. I feel like it's starting to lose some ground, and there are just things that I like better than this, but I do really like the spray on this. So if you're looking for a very ultra fine setting spray, this is a good one. I've had mixed feelings about Morphe lately, which I think is the other reason why I'm not sure if I'll rebuy this, just because I'm not sure that I'm a giant fan of the brand. And it's weird because I don't really have a rhyme or reason. There's just been some stuff lately, and I'm just kind of like, meh. That's kind of how I feel about it. But this is actually pretty good. I would consider repurchasing it. Maybe. Let's just continue on to the face spray. So the next one I have is technically also a setting spray, kind of. It's a bottle of the MAC Fix Plus. This is the original MAC Fix Plus. This took me forever to get through it. The bottle is disgusting because I had it for so long. I bought this because everyone raved about it, and I have mixed feelings. About this. I used it. Obviously, I used it all up. I mostly use it for wetting my brush to put on sparkly eyeshadows or things of that nature. But to actually spray it on my face, I was not a fan. I definitely did not like the sprayer on this. This thing was intense. I ended up dumping it into an Urban Decay all-nighter like travel size bottle and using it to spray on my face when I did want to spray it on like that. But I didn't really find that it held on my makeup very well. But it does do a really good job of kind of giving your eyeshadows that foiled look for shimmery shadows and helping them stick. So I did really enjoy it for that. I obviously liked it enough. I did pick up another one. I just picked it up in a scented one. And I do sometimes use this as a setting spray for like light makeup days or days where I don't really need my makeup to last, where I don't really want like a setting spray, but I want something nice to just kind of blend my makeup into my skin. A lot of times I will use this, but I do think it does a great job for like shimmery foiling the look of shadows, so that's why I picked up another one. I do only buy them when they're on sale though. That's my kicker with this. So it's pretty good. Don't leave the sprayer on it though. So my next facial spray is going to be the Pixie by Petra, or Pixie Skin Treats, the Vitamin Wake Up Mist. So this is like their vitamin C citrusy mist. It doesn't really say what it's supposed to do. Just as a revitalized, awakened effect to complexion. And honestly, I don't know why I like this so much, but I did repurchase it. I liked it enough to repurchase it. And I kind of just felt that I've currently been using this and another product that I actually feel like have helped with my redness. And I don't know if this is like the citrusy elements, because they're supposed to help with brightening, that help with it, if it's a mixture of the two. But I have noticed that since I started using this and then a non-Pixie facial spray, it's like a rose spray that I bought online, but the two of them, my skin just looks a lot nicer. So I decided, you know, it could just be the rose spray. It could just be this. But I'm still using the rose spray, and I decided to pick this up. I did kind of like the fact that I was spraying some kind of like citrusy essence on my skin in the morning, because I do know that that is really good for your skin. And I have tried other like vitamin C serums, and my skin always has a really bad reaction. My skin has not had a bad reaction to this, and it actually does seem to look nice. So I thought this was like a good way to incorporate some of those citrusy elements without using a vitamin C serum. If I'm completely off base, feel free to tell me in the comments, because maybe I'm wrong and this really isn't doing anything, and then you could tell me to stop wasting my money. But I liked it, and I really like the scent. My next facial spray is going to be this Mario Badescu. This is the facial spray with aloe, chamomile, and lavender. So it's like a light purple tinge. I don't know if you can see it in there. And this one I also always keep on hand. So prior to me using the Pixie and then this rose water stuff, I sometimes would get very irritated. So I would get irritated when I got a lot of acne in my chin region. There was a point where I think I really like almost chemically burned my skin a little bit. Don't ask. And whenever my face was really irritated, I would spray this on at night before I went to bed, and every morning that I would do that, I would wake up and my skin felt better. Now, I know people have very mixed feelings about their facial sprays. I know some people talk about how they're not really that good for you. I haven't looked into it enough to know for sure. What I do know is that this worked. So now I kind of keep one of these on hand. This is the travel size, and honestly, it takes me a long time to go through one of these because I don't use it every day. I mostly use it when I'm starting to see like some pink flare up on my cheeks, when my acne on my chin is getting really bad, when my skin just feels irritated, like if I've been outside a lot in a day and it seems to be a little redder, if it's kind of dry and itchy, because sometimes that happens, then I'll just kind of spray this on after I wash my face and put my moisturizer on. I'll spray this on top of it, and it always feels better. So I feel like it's just a nice calming treatment. So I always just pick up the travel size, and I do that because if I ever do need to go anywhere, I can bring it with. I don't have to worry about buying the larger size. I think this one is $7 or $8, so it's not bad. And yes, I've already repurchased it. I plan on keeping this for a while. Alright, let's talk about facial cleaners. So I got two of them, I think, just two. Yeah, I've got two makeup removers. I have my absolute favorite. This is the Burt's Bees cleansing oil. I love this. I can't even believe I'm putting it in here, and there's still like a tiny little bit left in the bottle. Sorry, my cat must have been in this bin. There's like hair on everything. This stuff is amazing. I love it. I officially swear by it. I have had no issues with my skin, no breakout issues, no nothing. As long as you follow the directions, it removes all of my makeup, and even if I don't follow the directions, it removes more of my makeup than anything else that I've tried. I actually just ended up buying replacements of these kind of a little bit ago because they went on sale, and I was like, oh, I'm buying them even though I'm not ready to be done. Ulta had like a buy one get the other one half off, something along those lines. but I really like it. It does have a very like earthy smell to it, like a very natural essence smell, but it's really good. I don't get breakouts. It doesn't leave my skin feeling oily. I do double cleanse with this, so I use this and then I use a cleanser to actually wash my face. Sometimes if I'm just using this, I don't feel oily when I rinse it off, but sometimes you can tell that I've used too much and then I will feel oily and then I definitely need to double cleanse. But again, I have already repurchased these. I love this. I strongly recommend it. Probably one of my biggest recommendations in the product so far. Now the other one we're going to talk about, and this I actually have a small travel size version too, and this is the Clinique, let's start from the beginning. This is the Clinique Take the Day Off Balm. And this was a large size. You know, I don't even think I bought this on sale. I used it all. I had started using it pretty consistently every day for a while. And then after using it for about 2 weeks, I realized, sorry, I'm trying not to blind you. I realized that I was starting to break out, that it was definitely leaving a residue. I don't think it was doing a very good job taking my makeup off. My skin felt like it kind of had a film on it. It still felt kind of gross, even with double cleansing afterwards. Just wasn't a fan, but then I realized that it was definitely breaking out. And I stopped using it. I was like, well, maybe it's not that, you know, maybe it's something else that I'm using, but I'm going to stop using it. I'm going to wait for my skin to clear back up and I'll go back to using this and then not something else or whatever. Well, then I realized, no, that really was this. This is what was causing me to break out. I still had like half a jar left. I was kind of annoyed because I was like, well, how am I going to finish this? So I have been like attempting to finish this jar for a very long time. Very long time. So somehow I ended up getting a like small travel size and I was like, you know what? This is perfect. I can't use this every day. I was only using it occasionally. I will say it does do a really good job of getting like eye gunky makeup off your false eyelashes. Because I don't pull my false eyelashes off first and wash my face. Kind of wash my face with all of them and then like rinse the I don't know how else you do it, but that's how I do mine. I like wash my face and then as they fall off while I'm washing my face, I like rinse my eyelashes off. But I was like, you know what? If I'm just traveling, I can get away with just using, you know, this product for like a day or two before my skin's gonna break out and it will be fine. So that's what I did. So I just kept putting like a little bit in this jar until finally I was out of it. And then I was almost out of it. Then I realized that I only had a little bit left, so I just spent a couple of days just using this again, and I didn't break out too bad. I did break out again, but I tried to like go back and forth. I don't think this is very good. I like the Burt's Bees ones better. It's cheaper. I've decided that I like cleansing oils better than I like balms. That's my other thing. Because I tried this one, and then I also tried another one, and I felt about the same about it. I just think the oils do a better job. I don't know if it's because they're thinner, so they kind of, you can massage them into your skin a little bit more, versus the balms are kind of like thick and glumpy, and I feel like I just don't feel like they work as well. So this is a hard pass. This is definitely a pass. I would not repurchase this. If I do get any more of these little ones, because I do get a lot of travel size or sample size products from Clinique. If I do, I would use it. I would travel with it because I had it and it would be free. But I don't plan on ever repurchasing this. This is a complete dead to me. Also in the land of face products, apparently that's what we're doing, I just have another pack of my Cetaphil cleansing face wipes. I always keep these on hand. These are the ones that work the best for me. They don't irritate my eyes. They don't give my eyes a film, like a filmy vision issue. They get the majority of my makeup off. They don't get the whole thing. They don't. Nothing will unless I actually am like using like a cleansing oil or a balm or like really washing my face. But they're good for nights when I don't want to do all of that or I'm out or whatever. I'll just use these. Or just even for other things I've used these. Like I had a day one time where I like put on part of my makeup and like my eyes were irritating me, so I just like used it to remove it and then kind of like fix it and just didn't put eye makeup back on. So I always keep these in hand. I don't use them as much as I used to because I've gotten better about washing my face every night and I don't go out as much. But I definitely need to pick up some more of these. There was like a week where I was so tired that every night I came home I was using these and I was like, my skin is gonna hate me. It made it through. It made it through. These do work really well for me. These are the light blue package. They sell a dark blue package that's terrible. These are the good ones. Buy those. So the thing that's always in my Empties videos is always mascara. I always have mascaras in there. And so these ones I feel like are the pretty standard ones. These were the ones that I was consistently buying for a while. They're still the ones that I consistently buy. So I'll kind of run through them. This is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Mascara. It's like their plumping mascara. I have realized though that this is the waterproof version and I don't like the waterproof version as much as the regular. So I need to like make a mental note that if I pick this up, do not pick it up in waterproof. But the regular version is really good and I really like it. But the waterproof version was just kind of meh to me. But it is really good. I think this is an underrated mascara. I learned about this mascara from Emily Noel and it's really good. Like really good. Of course, one of many, L'Oreal Lash Paradise. I don't love this. Let me phrase this. I like the way it makes my lashes look. It's not my favorite mascara, but I always end up repurchasing this. But it drives me insane. I have a love-hate relationship with this mascara. Yes, I've already repurchased it. I'm actually on one that I'm about to be done with, but I would love to find something else that doesn't annoy me the way this one does. If you've seen my other Empties videos, you know why. I think that this is a very messy product. I feel like it's not that it dries out. I feel like it's just the way the tube is and you end up getting it like clumpy and everywhere. I don't know. I just don't like it. There's something about the packaging I don't like, but it does work really good. So, but one of the ones that I do really enjoy is the Lash Paradise Lash Princess Mascara. This is the voluming one in the pink tube, so it's got like the curved, I don't know if you're able to tell, but it's got like the curved brush. And this one I really like. I have definitely repurchased these as well. This is always one that's kind of in my thing. I think Essence mascaras are really good. I think I've only had one that I wasn't crazy about. Most of them that I try do a really good job, and I usually get compliments on my lashes, so this is a plus for me. This one is my favorite of the princess ones, is the pink one. Tried the other one that people talk about, and I don't like it as much. I like this one the best, so my opinion. Alright, so now I also have two eyeliners in here. One of them I did just repurchase, and that is the M Cosmetics eyeliner. This is the brush tip. I got this in an Ipsy. This is like almost completely dead. And I really like this. This has basically become like my favorite eyeliner. Well, it was my favorite eyeliner for a long time, but I could not justify paying shipping for just an eyeliner. And I didn't know enough about the brand to like branch out. I do want to start actually buying some more of their products and maybe doing a full brand review because I feel like people talk about them but not really to an extent. I have repurchased this. I have not opened it yet because I'm trying to use up some other eyeliners that I have. But I'm very excited to have this back in my collection because I loved it. Then the other thing I have is the Clinique High Impact Custom Black Charcoal Pencil. So it's just a black pencil. This one was pretty good. I used it. I did have a bit of an issue with it like running on me. So I pretty much only used it on weekends when I wasn't going to be out for a long time or needed a long wear time. But it worked. It's nice. There are other black pencils that I like. This is a retractable pencil. I prefer the Tarte Sex Kitten Mask one better. Sorry, itchy nose. I prefer the Tarte Sex Kitten eyeliner better, and I also am currently trying out the Sephora brand one. So far I think I like that one better too. So this one I would not be repurchasing. It's a no to the Clinique one. I have 3 concealers. This is how you can tell I can go through concealers so fast when I have the same amount of concealers that I have mascaras. there are days when I pretty much only wear concealer and I don't really wear foundation, so I feel like I go through them really, really quickly. But of course, I have one of my many Maybelline Age Rewind. This is the Dark Circle Corrector and Neutralizer. Love this, love this, love this. This was even talked about in my like frequently repurchased products video. This is amazing. Amazing. I love it. It's such this nice lightweight. I never have an issue with it really moving a lot on me. It's so nice. They know what they're doing. And then I have two that I constantly go back and forth on. One is the Ulta Full Coverage Liquid Concealer. The other one is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. I like both of these. I think they're good. I think they're very similar actually. I don't think either of these are a dupe for Tarte Shape Tape. I know some people talked about that with this one. I just completely disagree. I like Tarte Shape Tape way more. And it's funny because a lot of times like I'll use one and I'll be like, oh, I like this one better. And then I'll be like, no, I like this one better. Honestly, I feel like I like them for a little bit different reasons. But they both work good. They both work good. Like I've never really had an issue with either. They're not my favoriteest concealers, but they're definitely concealers. Like if I need a cheap concealer, I will go and pick these up and I can count on them. Like they're reliable concealers. I have one loose powder. This is a Maybelline Fit Me loose powder. I was in the shade Fair Light. I would probably repurchase one of these. I want to try more drugstore powders. I kind of feel like there could be more out there, but everyone talks about this one, so I wouldn't even know where to begin to try other powders. A lot of the powders I have in my collection are high end, and I think this one is good, but I'd like to see if there's anything else out there. But this one was really good, so if you haven't tried it yet, I definitely recommend it. I also have a Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer. This is my favorite primer. This is like my holy grail, my ride or die, the one I can count on. I've been trying to get into other primers, and there are a few other primers that have caused me to step away from this, but I literally just opened one and put it on today actually and was like, I've missed you. I've missed you, old friend. It's my favorite for a reason. I love it. We don't even need to talk about it. I have two hand creams. My hands get really dry. I make it a point to put hand cream on when I go to bed, and this one is the Eucerin, and then this one's the Jergens. I don't like the Jergens. Eucerin is where it's at. This is the one that makes my hands feel better, but I just go through them so fast. Actually, now that I'm thinking about that, this one's empty too, and that can go in that pile because now I need a new one. You finish up some makeup. So I did use up an Ulta moisturizing foundation stick. So I did actually use up a foundation. I was in the shade light to medium cool. There might be like a little bit of, which I thought was a great match. This is actually, I already bought another one. I love this foundation. Definitely one of my favorites to my light to medium coverage days. You can kind of tell I'm a little shiny today. I don't know why. It's a little muggy in my house. I buy this when this goes on sale at Ulta. Big fan. Big fan. Like big enough to where I needed to have a second one, and I'm constantly trying new foundation. So I definitely like this. I think this is very underrated. If you're looking for a foundation stick that's not too lightweight, it is lightweight. It's not too light coverage, not too high of coverage, that's not too dry or too oily. I think this is a good combination for you. I also have an e.l.f. eyebrow pencil. This is like my favorite of eyebrow products. I have some eyebrows to work with, so I don't use a micro brow. I don't really use pomade. This, I can get them done in a few minutes. It's currently what is on my eyes today, and this is a natural brown, and this is probably, I've already repurchased it because, again, I used it. I have probably had 5 or 6 of these. I do have this lip gloss, which is disgusting, and I'll explain why it's disgusting. This is the Catrice Volumizing Lip Booster, and I don't even know what color this was in. It was in Nuts About Mary. I thought it was nice. It was very nice, except for it burst and started leaking everywhere. So no, I did not use it up. I probably only used like this much in it, and it started going all over the place, and every time I open it, it gets more everywhere, and so I'm not even going to open it to swatch it for you because it's gross and disgusting. Now it's covered in fuzzy stuff. I'm throwing it away. It is nice, but I don't really understand what happened to it to why all of a sudden it started leaking everywhere. Like, I didn't drop it on anything, literally pulled it out of my purse one day and it was gross. So I don't know if I trust their packaging enough because I've never had that issue any other lip product ever, unless I've accidentally melted it. And this one was already melty. Like, it was already liquidy. So I shouldn't have had that problem. So I don't know. I didn't like it enough. There are other lip glosses I like better than this too. It was not really a standout winner for me. Now let's get into, I have some face products. So like some skincare stuff as well. I have the Origins Ginseng Refreshing Eye Cream. I liked this. It was supposed to brighten and depuff. I don't think it did anything for depuffing. I want to say this was like 20 to 35, like either 25 to $35, somewhere in there. It definitely brightens, but it doesn't brighten because it's not that it helps with dark circles and that's why your eyes look brighter. It brightens because it's almost got like a luminescent quality, like a dewy finish. Reminds me a lot of how Becca priming filters look on the skin. How they don't really have that, like, they're not glittery, but it's like that kind of thing. That's kind of what this reminds me of. Once you put your foundation over it, it doesn't look like you have anything on. It didn't really seem to have any effect in the long term. Kind of thought it was a waste of money. I have drugstore ones that I think do exactly the same thing. Like, there's no point in spending the money on this. I have a travel size of the Caudalie Cream Sabor, like moisturizing sorbet. I really like this. I do have the full size bottle. I usually try to pick up the travel size for when I'm traveling. It's just a really nice moisturizer. It's like lightweight, but it still gives you plenty of moisture without being greasy. It's a very nice in between, and I love it. The other thing I have is the e.l.f. These is the Mint Maniac. It's like their gritty lip product to like exfoliate your lips. Mine went bad, like, and I could tell because the smell started to get off. A lot of people talk about how they don't like this because it starts off nice, but then it gets like gritty, like really, really grainy and like hard. Well, when sugar gets wet, it clumps together. So as you put this on your mouth, it gets gritty because it's the clumping, it's the wetness of the sugar clumped together. If you don't like that, if you don't like the texture anymore, just scrape the top off. That's what I used to do. I used to literally just scrape the top off, and then it was back to like the texture I wanted. And that helps a lot. Like I said, I really liked it. The only reason why I didn't completely use it up is because it went bad. Like, I could smell that it was not right, and I didn't want to put something on my mouth that I knew was bad. So this one is, I do like. I would use this again. I have another lip scrub that I'm currently using, which is why I haven't repurchased it. But this was actually really nice for when I traveled to not carry like a pot of lip scrub, because this, then I don't have to worry about putting it in my liquids. So I probably would repurchase another one of these if I was traveling anytime soon. And then finally, my very last product is a jar of Batiste dry shampoo. I have already repurchased them. Not in this scent though. I don't like the scent. This is the cherry scent. I did not care for it. I would not repurchase it. But I love the tropical scent. I think Batiste is a very good dry shampoo. I think that they are, a lot of people recommend them for a reason. I've tried some high-end dry shampoos that I feel like do the same, so I haven't felt the need to spend the money on a higher end dry shampoo when it doesn't do anything better than this does. Yes, I have tried the Living Proof, and I think they're the same. Just my opinion, my hair. And honestly, about the time when my hair is that dirty, I just pull it up anyway and just pretend like it doesn't exist. So that is all of the products that I've used up recently. My would repurchased ones, my ones that I will not be repurchasing. I hope you enjoyed and come back next time for some more videos. Have a wonderful day. Bye.